Investment banker dating. Tough subject. Not sure I want to tackle it, but you asked. I've been married for more than half my life to the same woman. I've only had one marriage, so I'm often asked by especially those I work with and those who have worked with me on past deals, who've gotten to know me a little bit on a personal level, how did I do it? Many of my colleagues are divorced multiple times. Others have just simply avoided marriage. So first, some cautionary tales. So I've worked with a lot of bankers, especially at the, I'll call it associate and VP level, who put off marriage as long as they could, have dated recreationally and aggressively, have gone and lived what I'll call some riotous living. And it looks cool. It's the kind of stuff that you'll see in the movies. They're popping bottles. They are dating models. And, hats off if that's what you want to do, but that's a tough existence. Hard pace to keep up with. And so I don't do that. I'm not going to speak on that. Maybe another time can bring some colleagues on. They can speak to that. But I'm trying to give some actual value here for how you could live constructive and happy married life while coexisting as a career banker at the most challenging level, which is at the managing director level, where you're being a consistent and highly productive rainmaker while also being a present and invested father who has not just a good marriage, but children who most days at least, I think, like me. And so first, what kind of woman is it you're going to marry? Well, here's the ones to avoid. And so by knowing what to avoid, we can zero in on what is marriageable. So what to avoid? Those who are not invested in your career, those who are looking at extrinsic factors such as just something like what is your height? What is your weight? What is your net worth? Are you an ATM? All easily discernible, super easily discernible red flags that those who have been in this industry for more than a minute can just sniff out with simplicity. So examples, looking at the type of watch you wear, and we all wear nice watches, opening up lapel on a suit coat to see what kind of suit you're wearing. These are all super obvious. Ladies, we know what you're doing, what kind of car you drive, maybe a little bit of talk about what country clubs you've been to. It becomes obvious when the conversation drifts towards signs of status and money, why you're doing it. So avoid. So I'll give another example. This one, shout out to my cousin Joe, recognizing some true insight here. So if the girl you're dating, while beautiful, brings absolutely zero EBITDA to the table, then there's a chance that you just don't view the world the same way. If you're getting up, as in this case, the male banker, getting up 4 or 5 in the morning so you can hit a workout before you start your day, and in some cases you might be up, especially at the junior levels, 24, that's a light day, maybe 48 hours straight. That could be typical for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Working 100 plus hour weeks, it's kind of the norm when you're paying your dues. Do you have a girlfriend who's going to put up with that? Or does she date multiple guys? Does she have a rotation and you're just kind of the one that she'll marry after she's done having fun? If she's a party girl, if she goes to the clubs, if she wears, those outfits and has that kind of energy, the energy I'm talking about, avoid. So what are you looking for? Somebody who they themselves are driven, somebody who has their own career goals going on, somebody who's not necessarily looking to basically the second you get married, have kids and become a stay-at-home. Though if that's the way you want to go, that's fine, just not the way I particularly chose. But somebody who's going to bolster your career, somebody who's not going to be competitive with you, somebody who is going to bring what I'll call tranquility to the equation, somebody who, if you're going to be going out in a world where you have to kill what you eat, drag it home, but recognize that you work in a bonus structure environment. So some years you'll just absolutely crush it, but maybe others at the firm don't. And maybe one of the years you're the ones who didn't crush at the firm. The point is there's some fluctuations to what an MD comp might look like from year to year. One year you might be deep in the 7 figures. Next year you might just be in the mid 6 figures. And so will she be able to handle that kind of variability? There might be some years where you just make base. I remember like 2009, and even 2008 wasn't bad, but 2009 was just, you got paid base and you were happy to get paid base. But if that's the case, will she put up with that, or is she kind of looking other ways? Is she attention craving? If she's always on Instagram, if she's always on Snapchat, red flag, guys. I'd avoid, but that wasn't really in the equation when I was dating. So I'm worried about this next generation of bankers. I'm worried about how you're dating. Happy to talk about the subject in greater detail, but those are some immediate thoughts that kind of come to mind. If you'd like me to speak more about this, let me know. All for now.